Hello, and welcome to Dead Notes, a horror and cult film podcast. I am Kevin, and sitting nice and shiny next to me, the glizzy of all glizzies.
Guess who's back? Back again. Alan's back. Tell a friend. And we're talking about Re-Animator from the 1985. Hopefully they don't ever remake this fucking movie. Because
Well,
I got some bad news already that I sent you. They're supposedly making a Return of the Living Dead remake.
yeah, I don't know. It's never going to exist in my
Don't
eyes.
touch Re-Animator.
Well,
This movie's fucking awesome.
You bring that up, but you told me the other day that you watched Re-Animator on Tubi, right? And it had nothing to do with, you said, the story or this Re-Animator movie, right?
It was the Herbert West Re-Animator, but
Okay.
I didn't watch the whole thing because it just looked like a pile of shit. and I could tell in the first 10 minutes that it didn't follow the story. I was hoping because they named it after the original story that maybe it followed it, but no.
Right.
Nope, they got me. Hook, line, and sinker. They were like, if we name this after the book, well, the story, maybe we'll get some nerds to watch it. Nope, this nerd bought into it for 5 minutes. That's all I could take. Yeah. Herbert West Re-Animator on Tubi. Don't watch it.
This movie, though, I hope they never, ever, ever, ever even attempt it. You just can't. It's pure gold through this entire movie.
I don't think Hollywood can help itself. It's like there's something that we can remake and shit on the fans if they don't like it.
What about the fans? Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck those assholes. We got a built-in fan base. A lot of the times they remake movies, it's just for licensing issues, but it's still fucking stupid. Like, this one is almost like how they, and I know a lot of people love the Evil Dead remake, but
I'm okay with I am absolutely 100% okay with those. But I wasn't at first. And then I was like, I got a pre-show. I got to see it, like, they do those before they come out things. And all the way in line, I was standing and I'm like thinking, my blood was starting to boil. Like, they better not fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't, like everything. It was a great movie in and of itself. It was a great movie. And what they're doing with them is really awesome, I think. But
I'm on the other end of that because I fucking hate that they did it. I didn't. Yeah. I'm not saying I don't like the Evil Dead remake. I'm saying that I don't like that they attached the name to it because they could have done something different. It could have been a whole separate franchise of movies all unto itself, especially the new one.
Well, that's what they're doing, though. That's what I think is really cool because they're doing different books and stuff like that. So I think that that's a nice little, let's carry it forward, and even a bigger excuse to like bring like complete brutal violence to the screen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Well, my whole point is that dorks like us. Okay, Jeffrey Combs is not a household name. Neither is Bruce Campbell, really. But without Jeffrey Combs, even though he doesn't look like Herbert West is described in the story, it doesn't matter. All of us fans of this movie, Jeffrey Combs is Herbert West, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the only face that comes to my brain.
So if you remake it without Jeffrey Combs, just don't even fucking bother. It's fine. It's like, it's not like The Thing. Like when they remade The Thing, it was the original was in the 50s, right? The Thing from Outer Space.
Yeah, yeah.
From the 50s to 80s, it was a huge shift in quality of film, and the acting. Nobody talked like, "Oh my God,
Imagination.
there's a thing in the door." They didn't talk
Yeah.
like that anymore. There's a thing from space.
Yeah, I mean,
You
everybody's
actually.
evolved and had more imagination than, you know what I'm saying? And we're able to produce it, turn it into something.
But now, if you watch Re-Animator and you think that it needs remade, go fuck yourself. It's fucking great. Yeah, if you watch Re-Animator, you might think, okay, it's a little dated. That's fine. That's fair. But if you think it's a bad movie, no, just
Yeah.
go watch fucking Ghost or something. This is not your genre.
This is this movie and Bride of Re-Animator back to back, man, can be watched constantly. At least with me, like I can watch them back to
Yeah.
back, and they're just amazing. They were both amazing. Beyond
Yeah.
is cool, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's nothing's going to beat these two movies, like at all, in my eyes, anyway. I mean, the
Yeah.
intro
I
to
think
this movie is incredible. It opens with chaos and Herbie's in there doing what Herbie does.
Herbie. Old
Herbie.
Herbie. Yeah, I suppose we'll get into that because I'm just bitching at this point.
Well, it's been a
Well,
while.
look,
We've been away for quite a long time, and we're all pent up, and all that good stuff. So
I'll mention one more thing before we get into the movie is I also recently saw about an hour ago that they're remaking American Psycho.
yeah, I'm not okay with that either. I don't like
Yuck.
that. Yuck.
How can you come on? Christian Bale is still a young man, relatively. You shouldn't already be remaking his movies, you dickheads.
Dickheads.
You fucking dickheads. But anyway, I won't settle on that bullshit. We can move on because
we
otherwise
can
I'm
digress.
complaining. I don't want to complain the whole time because
Yeah.
Re-Animator is
Okay.
a fucking gem.
Yes, it is. I'll die on that hill. Absolutely.
Anyone who hasn't seen it, correct that today because apparently Kevin watched it on fucking YouTube. So there's no reason anyone shouldn't be watching this.
Right. And I had to watch it on YouTube because like my VCR decided to be a dickhead.
Yes, he has it on VHS. This wasn't the first time he saw it, but his VCR decided to be a dickhead.
Dickhead.
Fucking dickhead.
And I didn't believe that YouTube would had it. And my cousin was like, in 2 minutes, was like, here you go. And I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. So it's like a whole now I'm like coming into the 20th century and I'm gonna look up
The
stuff like this
19th
now.
century.
Yeah.
Like that's a channel on the interwebs
Yes.
where you can for which I can watch movies from.
Are there spiders on said interwebs?
Did you try to get your cousin burned at the stake for being a witch?
No, I keep that secret because this town and all. We keep our heresy a secret.
Burn the witch. There'll be torches and pitchforks at your door.
Yeah.
You can't watch Re-Animator on YouTube. Ridiculous.
Oh.
Anyway, you know what? I'm going to press play on this movie.
Yeah,
Not
good
really.
one.
It's great. We have a whole opening scene before we see any credits. We get
Right.
introduced to our hero,
Herbie.
Jeffrey Combs, Herbie. What could be? There's that movie with the car Herbie, what is it?
Oh
Herbie,
yeah, it's from Disney. Is
and
the Love
they need to
Bug?
do a mashup of Herbie and Re-Animator. Hmm.
It runs on. He runs on serum.
Yeah, he runs. He, oh man, that there's something there. Maybe,
Yeah, maybe. At
maybe.
least a
What?
painting of it or something. I don't know. I might want to try to draw something like that. I think.
Herbie gets reanimated.
Yeah.
He's rolling around all busted up like the cars we used to drive.
Yeah, it's got like extended rust. It starts getting all rusty real quick and leaking oil. The horn barely works. It's like
Herbie
it's
changes
trying
his
to mow
own
everybody
oil.
down. Tries to mow everybody down. It's in rage mode constantly.
Oh man, if you put Herbie
His alignment's
reanimated,
off.
if you took reanimated Herbie
Driving
and
on a
put
donut.
him
You gotta
and
put
put
him on a
him
donut. So he's
take
all fucked up.
take reanimated Herbie and put him in maximum overdrive.
Oh my god, yeah.
He could be like an anti-hero.
Yeah. The one
Fucking
that
everybody.
the one that like they all the aliens fucked him over, so he's going rogue. He picks the kid up.
Wow. Sorry,
This is
I
for my
just derailed
dad.
the shit out of us just by the word Herbie.
I know.
Whoops.
Fucking nerd. Fucking nerd.
Herbie reanimated.
That is pretty
Make
good.
that
actually.
shit. Do some AI shit. Make that movie. AI could probably shit that movie out in about half an hour.
So we get this intro scene, man, and it immediately stops and they bust into this room and Herbie's juicing up a professor. He's like getting Dr. Gruber all juiced. he gets him up and his fucking eyes explode. Like
they do this in so many movies. It's like
I know.
at the end. Remember fucking The Running Man.
Yep.
At the end of it, when he's out on Mars, his eyes are like doing the same shit.
Wait, are you thinking of Total Recall?
Total Recall, that's it.
Total Recall, yeah. Harneys.
It's like they got the Reebok pumps hooked up to his eyeballs. I'm out on Mars, asshole.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Man.
I love the eyeball stuff.
Another one in. We got Herbie reanimated on Mars.
His eyeballs.
Let's see how many more
his headlights
movies
getting ready to explode.
We got.
That's what his horn sounds like.
See how many more movies we can mash into this. Into the
We're about to see because
we're starting early. Re-Animator shunting.
We haven't even made it to the opening credits yet. So here we go.
Jesus
True
Christ.
Dead Notes fashion.
Yep. My bad.
Oh shit!
You're bad. You did it. You're guilty too.
We crazy. We crazy. No. The police detained Herbie, and his eyes. Dr. Gruber's eyes fucking explode. Beautiful. Still haven't made it open credits, and they're like, "You killed him."
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "I gave him life."
Your impression. Yeah. Wait. I was talking. Go ahead. Do it again. Take two.
He goes, how does he say? He goes, "No, I did not. I gave him life."
Dun dun dun.
You killed him. No, I did not. I gave him life.
Oh. And then we get the opening credits. Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
What a way to start a movie. A fucking face explosion, I guess.
Yep.
Eyeball
But he
explosion.
brought him back to life, though. That was the most important point. And what a way to set the movie. It pretty much explained to you his role in the entire movie in just that opening scene. So you're already you already know who Herbert West is at this point, which is pretty awesome.
Right, and by this point, you're going, is he crazy?
Yeah.
Is he crazy? Or, because, yeah, he did make him stand up after he died, but I don't know if I'd call that
I
life. His
mean,
fucking head
everything.
exploded.
What do they say? You gotta break a couple eggs to make an omelet or something.
You got you got to squish a couple eggs down inside that roly.
Yes, you do.
So, so, moving on, we get some beautiful green on black.
Oh, these are
The
awesome.
best,
The
the
anatomy.
best combo. Oh yeah, and the music clearly lifted
Hmm.
from Psycho, but we don't care. This is where
I
I
don't give a
first
shit.
heard it. Probably no,
Yeah,
it isn't. But whatever.
I like it on both. I'm fine with it on both. It works.
Yep, sounds great in both, and it sounds great in Texas Chainsaw Massacre too,
Yep. Yes, it does. See,
as it's
it's
in there too.
yeah.
Oh, and
Yep.
the German school was actually in Pasadena, so just in case you were wondering, that was not in Germany.
I was wondering when I saw that, and I was like, you know what? This doesn't look like it's in Germany. I didn't really think that, but
So we'll finally get into the movie, and
yep.
we'll be at the school after 10 minutes or so. We're at I guess it's a school,
Yeah,
right?
medical school, emergency room place, like OSU's emergency room.
Yeah,
Let's bring the
and
students in to save these lives here, real quick.
yeah, let's bring Dan in to save this lady's life by trying CPR. No, he's shocking her, right? Trying to
No,
start
he's
her heart
trying
back up.
to. He's like doing the chest presses, and then then they come in and they just can't save her, but he won't give up. He can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. You know who tells him to stop? You know who that lady with the glasses on is?
I was trying to. She looks really familiar. I'm gonna feel
That
really
is
stupid.
No, you're not, because that's Stuart Gordon's wife.
Oh, okay.
So,
She looked familiar. Like I
Carolyn.
feel like I've seen her. She was in something, or she probably wasn't. It was probably somebody that looked like her.
She was in Stuart Gordon's other movies, like
Okay.
From Beyond. She was in
Yes.
that.
Was
And
she? I gotta fucking see.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look her up, but
Yeah.
I just know of those two.
Well, see, then that's cool.
But
I didn't realize that was his wife. But that's cool though.
yep, he's banging that whore. She's like, hey, if I box you, can I get in your movie?
Oh shit.
Legitimately the current situation. No, she was actually pretty good in the part, because I would have never guessed that it
Yeah.
was his wife. She wasn't hacky or anything,
No.
but regardless, Dan can't save her,
No.
because he's a fucking student.
I mean, there's that.
Yeah,
But he's obsessed with saving
Dan,
lives, so he's got drive.
yep, he's like, move those titties apart. I'm gonna squeeze on your rib cage. Man,
It ain't about saving a life. It's about seeing them boobies.
it's about showing them boobies. Little do you know that is actually probably what it was about.
Yeah. Oh. So he's got to take the corpse in now to the morgue, and we're introduced to the security guard, which, man, that dude's fucking job is awesome. He
sucks, man. He is the worst security guard ever.
He is so good at his job.
Yeah. He's good at fucking off when shit's about to go down. That's what he's good at.
I mean, it's kind of smart.
I'll tell you I'll tell you another little factoid because Alan watched the fucking commentary, so you don't have to. But the gurney that Dan is pushing down the hallway is doing a cameo because it was in Return of the Living Dead also.
That same gurney?
Yep, that's the
What?
dumbest little fucking factoid, but it's relevant. It's doing a cameo from Return of the Living Dead.
Oh my
I
god.
don't care.
That's
I
fucking
like
stupid.
that.
What do they don't have multiple
Apparently
gurneys? There's like 5 gurneys in that
no,
morgue.
well,
Like,
no. See, that one was modified though. It had the hole cut in it and shit. So
oh,
so they were like, we don't have a saw. Where can we find a gurney with a hole in it? I love that when they're wheeling him past, the fucking security guard is every time Dan goes there, the security guard is like, all right, I'm going this way.
yeah.
He's like, do what you want.
I trust you.
Do what? Yeah, I trust you. We don't know each other, but I feel like I can trust you.
Oh shit. So we come in on the introduction to Dr. Hill burning a hole in the forehead of a corpse, right? And he's just staring at it
with his it's his invention, I guess.
it's like a lobotomy. Yeah, it's his lobotomy invention. And then he sticks a fucking Q-tip down in the hole and swizzles it around a little bit.
Yeah.
That's so fucking it's awesome. It's so nasty though.
So Dr. Hill is not in the story at all. He's a character they created for the movie. And did you know that he that there was a subplot in this movie that they completely cut out, but there's still little bits of it in this, and some of it makes the movie a little confusing because originally Dr. Hill was a hypnotist, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And if you watch the movie with that in mind, you can see the scenes where they still left some of it in the movie because he hypnotizes Megan's father. He hypnotizes him. He hypnotizes Herbert West. We'll go into this at those points, but you'd almost have to rewatch the movie with that in mind because
or you won't catch
Dean
it.
Halsey. Yeah, like when they're we'll get out.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if you watch the movie, keep that in mind because you'll see scenes where it centers him in the shot and zooms in kind of on him, Herbert, and whenever there's a hypnotist scene happening. And they just cut that subplot out, but it makes the ending confusing because you're like, well, what the hell is going on right here, right? There's a few scenes in the movie where you're like, why the fuck did that happen? But if you understand that Hill was supposed to be a hypnotist, it makes sense.
That's interesting. I'll definitely rewatch it with that because that kind of opens up some new stuff.
You really should because there's a few scenes in a movie where it's blatantly obvious what he's doing. It's a weird, it's weird. I'll point them out as we go along. But yeah, he's hypnotizing everybody.
Huh.
And he is like this whole subplot that this character wasn't even in the book. So it's like, I don't know, whoever came up with the idea to make him a hypnotist, but they decided to scrap it at the last minute.
Interesting. I'm never gonna watch it.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. No, I'm like thinking now because now
rant.
I'm like I'm thinking like to like the ending scene, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, it kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I see why. Because it turns into chaos, because it's like all these fucking rabid corpses like everywhere, reanimated corpses everywhere, and it's still sweet, but yeah, it kind of brings it all together. Interesting. There you go, everybody.
Yeah.
Now rewatch Re-Animator with that in your brain. Thank you, Alan.
I'm telling you, watch it with that in mind, and some of the scenes where he's hypnotizing people are gonna pop out to you.
Yeah.
Like, why did I never notice this
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
But you know, that whole scene in the morgue and everything is like when everybody kind of meets Herbert. You know, Dan meets Herbert, Halsey meets Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. West, this is Daniel Kane, one of Miskatonic Medical's best young hopes for the future of medicine.
What were you researching? Death.
Hill meets Herbert, which Hill is immediately fucking he can tell that while Herbert's aggressive to Hill immediately. I don't know who's the
Herbie
bad
calls
guy
him
here.
out. Like Herbie calls out his theory because it's outdated because of the minutes. And that becomes like their argument, you know, kind of thrown back and forth. And then that's why Hill, you know, obviously wants whatever he's doing because he's obviously knows he's onto something.
Did you know the fucking this is stupid, but did you see after this after that scene when Dan's posting the room for rent, did you see what the address was? The edgiest address ever. It's 666 Darkmoor. But that scene is when you're introduced to Barbara Crampton.
Oh yeah, when they the quick in and out scene.
Yeah, the cut where she's like, no, no, no. And then it cuts to yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. quick Dickie
Barbara
Dan's in and out of there.
Yep.
Quick Dickie Dan.
Yep, Barbara Crampton. I was at the right age to see this movie when you know.
Well, in that scene, he was clearly just trying to save her life.
When he was having sex with her?
Yeah.
He was like, you know what you need? 2 cc's of a hot beef injection.
Only take a couple minutes.
Did you notice the fucking blatant the poster on the wall when he's fucking her?
Yeah.
It's talking heads.
Yeah.
Wink wink.
Oh.
And it's so funny to interrupt their session of intercourse. Someone obviously throws a cat on him. That's not how cats jump.
Yeah.
Throw someone's tossing Rufus.
Yeah. Get our Rufus tosser. So then he like throws a sheet up over him, you know, like he's like a corpse, you know, and he starts rising up like a ghost, you know, playfully scaring her. What I was thinking, like, what if like they pan down, he's got like this huge boner still, so he's like going after her. Like a boner ghost.
Boner ghost.
Reanimated.
Oh man, what would happen if you injected your flaccid penis with some of the reagent?
That could be a movie.
Yep. It probably is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
It sounds like a trauma movie. Actually, there is a movie. Anyway,
I'll Google Re-Animator porn. There probably is one.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. But you know, when they go down into the living room, you know what I can appreciate is that they have a fucking towel as a curtain over the door.
Yeah.
I was like, we've all been there, buddy.
Yeah. Yep. He's a student, man.
At least it's not a garbage bag.
Yeah.
He's like got a towel stapled to the window on the door. I was like, what a great little touch.
Yeah. It really brought it all together.
Everyone in their 20s is like, yep, been there. Can't afford a $10 curtain.
Oh shit.
And that's the first time Megan meets Herbert.
Oh
Herbie,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Herby comes in with the for rent sign, and he's like ready to go. He's like, I got money. Let's do it right now.
So essentially, Megan can
You're
be
my friend now,
blamed
whether
for
you like it or not. Basically.
Yep. Essentially, Megan can be blamed for everything that happens from this point on because she wouldn't move in with Dan.
Yeah.
If she'd have moved in with Dan, Herbert would have ruined someone else's life.
Yeah. That's
Right?
true. Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
There wouldn't be a room for rent. I mean, I guess there could still be because Megan would be staying in the room with Dan, but he wouldn't need the money, so he probably wouldn't be renting the room out.
Yep. God damn it,
so
Megan.
It's all your fault. All your fault, Megan.
Yehovah.
What's he call her? A bubble-headed co-ed?
Yeah. Yeah.
All your fault, you bubble-headed co-ed.
Yeah. Bitch.
Oh man, if Herbert had a little edge to him. I mean, he does, but he doesn't talk like he does.
I think he does say at some. Was it after she finds Rufus or whatever, and she's screaming, and he says something like, "Shut up, bitch," or something. I don't know. I thought, I think I don't know. I feel like I heard that, but I don't know.
I don't recall, but I'll be paying attention.
It was one of those chaotic scenes that was going on. I don't know. There's a lot of yelling, but
when in the little demonstration that Dr. Hill's doing where he peels the fucking head.
Yeah.
You know, when I was younger, that was a little like, ugh.
Yeah. It's awesome though, man. It looks great.
Yeah. Yeah. Back then though, it was like if you watch it nowadays, if you watched all kinds of shit, you're probably like, that's nothing. But back in the day, man, that was like, oh man, the fucking noises.
Yeah, it was
when
nasty.
He's peeling the head open.
Holding the brains. Yeah, that's sweet.
And I always thought it would be funny if protesters just stood in front of buildings snapping pencils.
Yeah. 2 pencils.
What the fuck is that?
We're 2 pencils deep in this protest. Yeah. Clearly he knows Hill has like he's very much in tune that Herbert's there just to troll the fuck out of him.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring some Kevin and I, not spoiler, this is kind of peeling back the curtain a little bit. We're gonna go see Gremlins tonight in the theater.
That's right.
And I'm gonna bring some pencils for any time I'm annoyed. Break one of them motherfuckers. I can't believe they put water on this motherfucker. It's clearly stated.
Yep.
I'll pull my pencil out. I'll show up with a big fucking wad of pencils and a rubber band. I got 100 of these motherfuckers, so they better.
Yeah.
You gonna piss me off?
I'll
be standing. Anyway, I thought that was a funny choice because they also said that in the I was listening to the commentary for this, and they said that they told her Jeffrey Combs to hold him right in front of his face so they could see that he was upset.
Yeah. Oh, they pulled it off.
Who in the fuck was like, you know what we should have him do? Break some fucking pencils.
I kind of like it though, just because it's
I do
kind of
too.
proper. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's mild enough to get your point across, and clearly it drives Dr. Hill up the fucking wall. He's just calling him out. He's just fucking trolling him. He's like, piece of shit. I'm gonna fucking. I already beat this.
It's just enough of a dickhead move. He's like, bitch, keep.
It's like taking your gloves off to slap somebody with your glove.
Slap someone with. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
I challenge you to a pencil fight, sir.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, and but you know, he gets up in front of the class and like belittles Dr. Hill in front of everybody. So at this point in the movie, it's like, who's the bad guy? Because Dr. Hill seems like a piece of shit, and you're not sure about Herbert at this point, because reanimating people, while it sounds like maybe he's going for the solution to eternal life, right?
Yeah, saving lives.
But he never clarifies that. It's just like he has fun making monsters. Right?
Right. I mean,
he's like, let's see what we can do with this bitch.
Yeah. Like what can we make happen? Well, in Bride, he makes that little fucking finger thing and he's dicking around with it.
The thing.
Yeah.
He makes the thing monster.
Yeah. Whatever the hell. Yeah.
He's like, but there's never a moment where Herbert goes, you know what? I just want to solve death.
Yeah.
That's not what he just wants to make monsters.
Wouldn't you though, a little bit? I mean, if you
I absolutely would.
I'd probably have a whole basement full.
I would. Fuck yeah. I'd have 1 million of them goddamn things. There's an endless supply.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I love Herbert, but yeah, his motives aren't clear ever. Because he just seems like a lunatic, really.
Yeah, but I mean, his motives are right there.
I don't think so.
In plain sight.
I'm listening though. He's like, what do you think his end goal is? You think it's just for immortality? Is that his goal?
Yeah, probably bringing back the perfect specimen. We don't know what that's going to be.
To me, it seems like he's just having fun making monsters.
I mean, you're doing something you love, you know?
Because he doesn't even get fucking close. And he's like, let's try again.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, how many times are you going to do this, Herbie?
Yeah. There's no end. I mean, we see that in part 2 because he takes it up a level by building somebody, you know? So there's no end to his madness.
So at the, you know, when they have the dinner scene with is it Dan? No, it's Megan. Megan with Dr. Hill and her father.
Uh-huh.
This is the first scene, if you pay attention, knowing that Hill is a hypnotist.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first scene where it's blatantly obvious, because from this point on, if you watch Halsey before this scene and after this scene, Dean Halsey loves Dan before this. He's really nice to him,
right.
Like they're friends.
Right.
He fucking hates him after this scene.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because in the original script, Dr. Hill, and I think they filmed this. I think they filmed a lot of this too, because it did make it into the movie. But this is the scene. Pay attention here, because this is where Dr. Hill hypnotizes Dean Halsey and turns him against Dan.
Okay. Because, yeah, he was all about him.
The only reason I mention the dinner at all really is because of that. Because it's pretty obvious if you know that going in and you watch the scene, it's pretty obvious that, yeah, he fucking hypnotized him here.
Okay. Interesting. Alan with the facts.
And facts coming at you. Yeah,
Oh shit.
and well, moving on to Rufus, the disappearance of Rufus.
Yep. They don't know.
You know,
Rufus is
Rufus
missing.
is the kitty cat.
He's not. It's not like
And
him to be. It's not like him to be gone like this.
so here's something.
He's over here waiting for
fucked
somebody
up.
to throw him.
He's like, where's the laser? Yeah, he's like, why ain't I getting thrown at them while they're having sex? So something I heard that was I can't confirm this, but you know, when they're operating on Rufus later, it's clearly a puppet.
Well, yeah.
Apparently, the first time you see him in the refrigerator where his tooth is sticking out, that is a real dead cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, man, yeah, because I was like, man, that looks really good. I was like, they don't do shit like this
Yep.
anymore.
Yeah,
why.
they switched to a you can see the scene where Dan is touching it. It's
Yeah.
not the same cat.
Yeah, you could
The
definitely
first
tell.
time they show it, the first time they show it where it's a close up, I believe that is a real dead cat.
In the fridge, right? You said.
Yes, in the
Yeah.
refrigerator.
Because he's just like shoved on the top shelf,
Yeah.
crammed in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I would hope that it died of natural causes or it was dead when they found it.
Well, he
but
said
yeah,
he said it suffocated. It got trapped.
That is
he said
why
it got trapped in a plastic bag, is what he said.
it was. That's why they put the fucking warnings on there. You're not a spaceman. Get that bag off your head. Rufus thought he was going to Mars.
Yeah. He thought he was going to get thrown to Mars.
Yeah. Someone tossed me to Mars. I got my helmet on. What a great way to die, honestly.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
this is the lighthearted here, but honestly, if I would have died as a kid by putting a bag on my head because I thought it was a space helmet or I was pretending it was a space helmet, I think I'd be good with that.
I'd like to point out something else though, interesting enough. There's like a real dead animal in this movie, so it kind of like surpasses your rules. Yeah, it surpasses your rules. Yep. It's that good of a movie that.
Well, here's the thing though. They don't kill it on camera.
No.
It was allegedly, hopefully already dead, and the crew didn't just find a cat and choke it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that, clearly, but
it passes.
They're not killing it on camera. So Re-Animator is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They can have
one. Yeah, I get it.
As long as they're not killing it on camera, we're good.
Yeah.
So, there's a deleted scene that happens between here because, when Dan is woken up by the screams, he hears Rufus screaming from the basement. He doesn't know that yet, but he wakes up to a scream. So there's a deleted scene here because he actually wakes up after a nightmare where, and this is on the Blu-ray. So any of you 13-year-olds out there listening to this, check this out. So he's having a dream of Megan is dead on a gurney, and Herbert injects her with the reagent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And brings her back to life. And her dad and Dr. Hill are in the room with them. And this scene goes on for a few minutes, and it's just a big it's basically just, hey everybody, look at Barbara Crampton's boobs. That's what the scene is. But they cut it out, right?
Right.
And cuts right to Dan just waking up from hearing Rufus in the basement.
Mhm.
And it's good that they cut it out because it's kind of a dumb scene.
Yeah.
However, 13-year-old boys,
How
go
about
watch Go watch this deleted scene. Gold.
Excellent.
Yep. There's it's just a deleted scene of boobs. There you go. You're welcome in advance. But Dan goes in the basement to find old Herby doing his best Bruce Campbell impression.
Oh, where he's fighting with the stuffed cat.
Yep. That's fucking. He's got a stuffed animal back. It's like a emo girl with a stuffed animal backpack.
Yeah.
He's got clearly a stuffed animal stuck to his back.
It's awesome.
They didn't even try. At this point in the movie, they are not trying to hide that this is not a real cat. I mean, on VHS, see, you watched it on No, you watched it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Had you gotten your VHS going, maybe you could have a dissenting point on this because you'd be like, no, it looked like a real cat on VHS.
I know.
But on HD, the HD version, it is clearly a puppet.
That's why I don't like watching these older ones like that have been super revised and everything, man, because
yeah, it does peel back the curtain a little
it
bit.
Does. It's the, you don't want to see the stage makeup. You know what I'm saying? You're there.
I don't want to see how the glizzies are made.
I don't want to sit and watch it on the rolly.
Yeah. We don't need to see how the glizzies are made. But did you notice when Dan throws Rufus against the wall and his fucking not brains, but like some kind of meat hangs on the wall for a minute?
Oh yeah.
That's like one of 3 times that happens in this movie. Something or someone getting thrown against the wall where some of their meat
it's like stuck to it. Yeah, it's so gnarly. It's awesome.
Stuart Gordon was like, you know what we need here? We need some more meat on the wall.
Yep.
I love that shit, man. I'm definitely here for it. I'm not that's like probably honestly, and it might be because I'm a simple man, but that's one of the coolest scenes in the movie where he just launches the cat at the wall and there's like brains or liver or something still hanging there.
It's sweet. Yeah, they don't. There's a lot of bashing against walls in this movie, like a lot of it.
Yeah, and so this is when Herbert tries to explain the reagent to Dan, right?
Mm-hmm. Cat dead. Details later.
Yeah, he's like, check this out, bro.
We can defeat death. We can achieve every doctor's dream. You'll be famous and live lifetimes.
I love when he picks him up. He's like, do you agree that he's dead now?
Yeah.
The fucking cat is like cut in half and he's like, do you think he's alive now?
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome.
But oh, and the fucking reagent, man. It's like the star of this movie, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Like anytime you see that, you think of Re-Animator or you think Predator.
Yeah, fucking, and that was apparently, I looked it up because I wanted to know. I was like, I need to get a fucking vial of this for next Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So it's obviously not CGI. This was before CGI. It's not a practical. Well, it is a practical effect because it's I'll say this in one try. It's a chemiluminescence. Ooh, try to say that.
Nope. I'm good.
It's a chemiluminescence agent called luminol. And you know what that is? You know what luminol is?
It's what they use to find blood stains.
Yes, it is. This is a concentrated version of luminol. So they dilute this shit and spray it on blood at crime scenes to make it show up under black lights.
Mm-hmm.
What they have in the syringes is a concentrated version of that. I need to find that shit because that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That this shit just fucking glows. Are you kidding me?
It is pretty sweet.
Apparently, it's toxic to the skin. So after next October, Kevin and I may be dead. Rest in peace, Kevin and Alan. November 2025. Died of luminol poisoning. That is the coolest shit ever. I mean, really?
Yeah. Incredible.
I don't.
Science.
Chemiluminescence. Say that.
Chemiluminescence. Chemiluminescence. I did it.
Good enough.
I did it.
Chemiluminescence.
Camelluminescence.
Not camel. There's no camel involved here. He's like, you know what day it is? It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Hump day. Woo!
Camelluminescence.
Oh shit. Yep. I love it. I love that shit. I want it. I want a fucking bottle of it just sitting in the room. I wonder if that shit glows just on its own. Like, could I, in theory, have a bottle of it in the room that just kind of lit up a little bit?
You could light up when
Like
you come into the room, make
light?
you feel better. I just want something to light up in the room when I enter it.
What? I need something to make me feel special because I'm dead inside. Jesus Christ, sorry. I'm fucking getting all kinds of off track here, but I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
You know.
I understand.
But you know, the scene when okay, so here's something too. You know when Dan throws Rufus against the wall and like some of the blood, some of the meat falls down.
Yeah.
You know when he's laying there and Herbert like tries to scare him. He says, "Look out!" He's right, you know, tries to scare him and then starts laughing maniacally.
Yeah.
Like this is the first scene where you're like, maybe Herbert's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe maybe he went over the deep end and it's all finally coming out. Like, even though something should have told you that a while ago, but gotta give everybody a shot, right?
Well, for people watching the movie, you know, everything is always turned up to 11. But when he tries to scare Dan and then he just stands there like cackling against the wall.
Yeah.
That's like the first time you're like, maybe Herbert's fucking out of his mind.
Yeah.
At least me.
Maybe after all of this, that one little thing, maybe he is crazy after all of this destruction has been laid in his wake.
The cat.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he wasn't lying. Maybe he didn't kill the cat. Maybe he did find it dead and was just trying to save its life.
Yeah.
Maybe
the cat really did want to be an astronaut. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe the fucking cat was like, lift off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just saying.
Day late and a dollar short for old Dickie Dan, though, because he's already in.
But it's, I mean, I guess you could say that maybe bringing a dead cat that's chopped in half back to life is kind of cruel. And
well, he had to prove his point, though. He beat brain death. Herbie beat brain death, right?
No.
I mean, he did.
I think someone can still be alive and brain dead.
I don't know. We'll see.
But isn't it? Megan shows up. Poor Barbara Crampton reduced to just the screaming girl role, but whatever. She shows up behind him and it's like, ah! 'Cause, I mean, look, I know no hate here, because if I showed up down in the basement and I saw that, it'd be the same scene with me standing behind him going, "Oh my god!"
Screaming.
What the? Yeah. What are you doing? But I think she tells her dad, right?
Yeah.
Something, and then this is the scene where Dean Halsey is like completely against him.
Yeah, he's basically treats him like everything. Well, that he's an abomination of science, and he rescinds all of his student loans. And my thoughts of that was like, I mean, you're going to take my student loans away from me? Okay.
Yeah, like
I'll be paying my whole life on these. Please take them back.
I'd be like, once everybody gets a taste of this reagent, I'm going to be rich anyway. I don't know. Megan does the stereotypical thing and agrees to marry him just to get him away from Herbert, because earlier in the movie he asks her to marry him, but she gives him an ultimatum about finishing school and everything.
Yeah, they don't want to move too quick. But now,
but
Herbie's in his life.
Now she wants to get him away from Herbie. From her, she doesn't want him to be in Herby Re-Animated.
Yeah.
But this is about the point where the movie takes a turn.
Yeah, that's when it really starts kicking in.
So, Dan sneaks into the goddamn morgue again.
That's right. He's in.
Sneaks Herbert in.
Mm-hmm.
And allegedly the Return Living Dead gurney.
Yeah. We get another scene of that gurney. Covered in a sheet.
And that jacked guy that they resurrect inside the morgue, you know who that is? I don't know his name, but it'll be pretty obvious knowing this if you rewatch it. That is Arnold Schwarzenegger's body double.
No shit.
Yep. So that motherfucker in the morgue was in Terminator.
Yeah. That's funny. What a fun fact. So why not reanimate that one? He's in peak physical condition, right?
Yeah, unless he has a baby dick, unless he has a micro penis. That's probably why he killed himself. It would make my own fan fiction. He killed himself because he realized he can't be perfect. All the exercise I do, I can't increase the size of my penis.
Shit.
Megan's dad shows up aggro right off the bat because he's been hypnotized.
That's right.
But Arnold's stunt double ain't taking this shit, and for some reason goes after him like he is focused.
Yeah, he's
like
seasoned fresh meat.
3 guys in the room. The 3 guys in the 4, counting him, and he is just fucking. Halsey pissed him off.
Well, he probably kicked him out of school. He probably stripped his athletic scholarship away from him, and he fucking killed himself.
How am I ever going to be an astrophysicist?
You told me to put this plastic bag on my head.
Yeah, you stand if I put this on my head, I go to space. But instead, I just come here. Like, asshole.
It's so stupid. Oh shit.
Yeah. Wait, you need to get a one-liner for him because Arnold was all about one-liners.
I know.
He's like, now you'll be resurrected.
So once again, we get another fucking bash up against the wall scene, right? But this is like fucking brutal.
Yep.
Like after like he comes out, he smashes that door down and fucking jumps on it.
That is the fucking best.
Dude.
That's the best.
It looked like it hurt so fucking bad. You just heard it crunch.
Get out of here. Knock, knock, who's there?
He busted out like the Kool-Aid man.
That's the fucking best when he fucking basically kills him.
Yeah. But he ain't even fucking
him.
dead. He just fucking crushed every fucking bone in his body. Then he fucking picks up this meat sack and starts bashing it up against the wall. Oh my god.
I love the idea that a fucking corpse had the wherewithal to be like, I'm going to knock the door down and then jump on it to break your bones. Asshole.
Trampoline. Oh.
I'm going to jump on you like a trampoline. I love that.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. He knocks the door down.
God, he fucked his world up,
walks
dude.
on top of it, and it's not enough.
No.
It's not enough.
No.
He fucking jumps on it.
And that's not even enough because he fucking picks him up and just starts slamming him, dude. It's like, holy shit.
Remember that? Yeah, he throws him against the wall like Rufus. So Dean Halsey suffered the same fate as Rufus.
Yeah.
He got thrown against the wall.
What's he say? I hope you make
What a way
enough
to
room for
die.
my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach.
And rip out your goddamn spine.
Holy fuck, dude. Yeah. So stupid. Incredible, though. And, you know, obviously we get the nasty meat shit stuck to the wall again because we just can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
So they take that fucking bone saw and just ram it right through him, which takes him down.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is Herby
Mm-hmm.
taking control.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys, watch this. I'm about to fuck this guy up.
That test
Herby.
failed.
Herby in control.
So they look at, you know, the dean and they bring him back. They're like, you know, that's like the freshest specimen we could ever have. I mean, sure, he's just going to be like, he's going to be slithering around like boneless chicken. You remember Cow and Chicken? You remember boneless chicken? His cousin boneless chicken? That's what they turned the dean into. Even if re-animated.
15 seconds, I'll show you. 17 seconds. Reanimation at 17 seconds. The eyes open. Dr. Halsey, you once did me a favor by letting me into your medical school. Doctor, I'll come back to life.
Here's something to ruin the movie for you. If you if you watch, like, you know, when they have Dean Halsey in the padded cell,
Mm-hmm.
they said they told him not to bang against the walls because he would knock them over. Because it's a cheap ass set.
Well, yeah.
So when he's in the padded cell, he's just like, he's not like banging against the wall or anything because it would have fell apart.
Yeah, he only just comes up on the fucking glass though.
It's great though. I mean,
Awesome.
He's really he really looks great,
dude. It's great, and
Good
he's
effect.
constantly like fucking puking up blood, which would make perfect sense considering everything just got smashed inside of you, and you're just habitually puking blood. It's amazing. I don't know. It's awesome.
There is.
So he's okay. The dean's back, and everybody gets their scholarships and their student funding back. And
the movie's over.
Yep, movie's over. Dan goes back to college.
Happy ending.
Herby becomes a professor. He takes over Dr. Hill's spot, and we move on. Everybody's good.
Herby gets an oil change.
It's an oil
new
change. We're good. That's all it was.
Yep. Movie's over.
You won-
Go home, everybody.
We won the race.
Yeah.
We came back and won the race.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Oh fuck.
Oh, and of course Hill, being the worm that he is, which
I do have to say something.
what's that?
He's got a big fucking head too. Him and Jerry Dandridge are fucking in competition with each other.
Yeah, but his is narrow. It's just long like a horse. Yeah. Like, I don't think it's so much big. I don't think he would stretch sweaters out like Dandridge. And all things, and sorry, David Gale, because David Gale did pass away. But sorry, dude. We're just making fun of you in jest.
That must have been a long fucking coffin.
Yeah, put that long ass head in there.
That's a really long pillow they had to put in there.
I did notice too. He's got very British teeth.
Yeah.
Like, my man didn't have any fluoride in his tap water. You gonna be drinking that hose water, Mr. Hill or Mr. Gale. You gotta have some fluoride in that. Don't you know it?
Oh. So yeah, he comes in and what?
That hose water. Go ahead.
Can I have a drink off of that hose? It's hot
Can
out.
I interest Mr. Gale? Can I interest you in some flat hose water? Flourish the pinky. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. Oh. So yeah, fucking Hill comes in and he's basically going to force Herbert to sign over his recipe.
Good. I'm glad you mentioned that. Another scene. Watch this scene and keep in mind the reason Herbert gives him the fucking notes is because he's hypnotizing Herbert in this scene.
But is he? See, this is what I got from this scene.
100%.
Well,
100%.
I could see it.
This was a hip.
But then how did Herbert like sneak off and grab the shovel that he just took him down with then?
Well, because I would say that it just didn't take complete hold once
he's got too powerful of a brain.
Once he stopped focusing on Herbert and got distracted.
Yeah, because he went into the microscope and was getting a hard on.
But there is a shot in this scene where they center Herbert in it's like the way they represent hypnotism in this movie is they center the person on the screen.
Yeah.
Like, they don't do that any other time in the movie. But there's a part in this scene where Herbert is center focus on the screen.
Uh-huh.
That's because Hill is hypnotizing him.
Okay.
That's why he gives him his notes.
When I'll watch it, I'm definitely going to watch it again. So yeah, I'll look at that. But that scene, it just seems like he was playing the game because he was like, I'm done with this motherfucker. I want to take him out. So
even if you have to fast forward it just to watch the scene, rewatch it knowing that because they left that stuff in. They deleted the subplot, but they still left a lot of the scenes in.
Yeah.
And he is clearly hypnotizing him in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Because Herbert would never give him his notes, Yeah. He'd just fucking break pencils all over that motherfucker's face. Take this. I get a big fat pencil, bitch. I get one of the big, like, 1/2-inch thick pencils. Bust it right in your face. Right?
Yep. His grand slammer.
Bitch.
Bitch.
He's fucking.
Oh, fuck. So he whaps him in the head with the shovel, knocks him down, and he fucking cuts his fucking head off with the shovel, which is awesome. Such a brutal like beheading, dude.
Great effect.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Great. The blood looks great.
Oh, it does.
Looks yeah.
So he picks his head up and he's like, he's the victor at this point, So
sorry,
No,
real quick.
you're good.
There's one other thing. When you rewatch this scene, there's one other thing that they don't explain and they don't mention in the commentary or anything either. When he looks at the microscope, I thought about this because I was like, everybody that has a job probably on one level or another steals something from their work, right?
Yeah, I mean,
And when Dr. Hill sees the microscope and he goes, "Well, this looks familiar."
Yeah.
Like, is he saying that is he accusing?
He swiped it out
Herbert
of his
at that
fucking
point?
office.
Yeah.
He took his swing line.
That's my swing line stapler.
That's
Is
my
he
red
accusing him
microscope.
of- Watch that scene
Yeah.
and tell me because nobody mentions that, but tell me he is not accusing him of stealing that microscope.
I could see
from the
there's a lot of
school.
angles on it, but yeah, I can see that for sure. He's like, "You son of a bitch."
He goes, "Oh, because of course Dr. Hill knows what a fucking microscope is."
Well, yeah.
He's not like, "This looks familiar." Like, is this a microscope?
Yeah, I know.
No. He said this looks familiar
Because it was
because
his.
he's accusing him of stealing that fucking
He
thing.
fucking stole it.
I'm telling you, that's what that scene is about.
If you
He's
saw
like-
what he was viewing in the microscope, it was one of those pens you used to get where if you turn it upside down, it'd start showing the naked lady.
Naked man's. He's like, "That's the naked man. He had clothes on a minute ago."
He's like, maybe this guy really is crazy. Oh, fuck.
Oh man, I fucking love this. This is where the movie really turns into almost body horror,
Yeah.
but it's also comedy at this point.
Yeah, it's really awesome. So
Because this is the scene when he puts his head in a pan and it won't stay standing up, so he puts it on that note pin.
okay,
thing.
so I wanted that's a fucking kitchen ticket spike. That's where you put all your kitchen tickets when you're done.
There you go.
So what the fuck is that doing? Did he steal that too? Like from like the school kitchen?
Hey man.
Like when he was getting
He
his-
should have. They should have had the waitress from the restaurant down the street come in and go, "Well, this looks familiar."
Yeah.
He stole a ticket
You
spike.
fucking stole the fucking ticket spike, dude. Oh my god. But I mean, obviously he had a plan for it. He's like, I could use this, and
Yeah, I love that he takes the effort to pull all the tickets off of it before he puts his head on it.
well, yeah, because you got to count those at the end of the night, so you know how much your
Have to
servers
do that. You could have just stuck his head on it still with all the paper
Well,
on there. It wouldn't have made a fucking difference.
It would have if you got to keep your book straight. Make sure your servers aren't fucking trying to steal from you.
Now this is also a little bit of where Dr. Hill is kind of supernatural. He's hypnotizing everybody, but when they cut his head off, he's able to also control his body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which if you're watching it without that context, you're like, what? And also, clearly it's still unbelievable because we're not dumb. But
you mean to tell me if I get decapitated and get reanimated with serum that I couldn't control my body with psychic powers?
Right. See, and
Don't tell me
everybody
what I
thinks
can't
that
do.
it's right. Everybody thinks that it's a mind power, but the body without a head has no mind. So what is he controlling?
The nerves? I don't know.
Nerve.
The muscles?
Right. That's
Everything?
It. Yep. He's just fucking mind bullets. Doc,
Fucking mind bullets. It's so stupid.
old Dr. Hill, the fucking psychic genius.
With the mind bullets.
But this is one of those scenes where anyone watching a horror movie is like, okay, because the body grabs Herbert and just knocks him out.
Yeah.
And anybody that with a brain would go, well, why didn't he just kill him there? Right?
No,
But
he's not that important to him. He's got bigger plans.
yep, that's what we'll say.
So then he wakes up.
Insignificant.
Yeah, he's insignificant. He already has everything. So like he wakes up and all his shit's fucking raided.
Oh yeah, Dr. Hill's body like fucking Tasmanian deviled the room.
Fucking took his fucking shoes.
Yep. He's like, you won't be needing these shoes.
He goes
no
outside
more.
the school, outside the house, and the shoes are hanging from the fucking telephone wire.
So, why they're not in the ghetto? What are you talking about? So,
I don't know. They had a
so
fucking
why
towel up
would,
over their door window. So I mean,
I'm gonna come over to your house and get your Doc Martens and do that.
throw them on
There'll be some Doc Martens hanging on the fucking power lines in front of your house.
Yeah.
A goth boy lives here.
Oh shit.
This house, there be the cure.
Oh my god.
It'll be signaling. So, goth kids driving by your house be like, "Caw-caw!" One of us.
Caw.
Caw.
Caw, big fuck, I'm dead.
Caw. There's one of us.
Jesus Christ. There's a goth boy here.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
But anyway.
Anyway.
Herbert isn't always the smart guy, because his plan is to just wait there for Dr. Hill to return, which, like, he already had the chance to kill him and he took everything he had, so why would he think he would come back?
Yeah.
Dan is kind of knows where he's going, because we all know as the fucking viewers that he's gonna go after Megan, right?
Yep.
But I thought it was funny because Herbert's sitting there reading a book called Surgical Errors and Safeguards, and he's just fucking laughing. He's a fucking lunatic. He's so fucking man. I wish we knew this guy.
Yeah.
I'd let him try that shit on me. Squirt it in me now. Let's see what it does to somebody alive.
Hell yeah.
But there's another, like, how do you think, because at Hill's lab, right?
Mhm.
Hill starts talking to Dean Halsey.
Right.
This is a scene that if you don't know that he's a psychic, doesn't make any sense.
I thought that it was something because of the fact they were showing all these lobotomies, and her dad had that lobotomy hole in his forehead, right? I figured when in the past watching it, obviously not knowing this, now it makes sense why he was lobotomizing him, because it was easier to control everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just thought it was, you lobotomize somebody, it puts them in that state, where you could just command them going in without the other part, but
Yeah, I would suggest that everybody listening to this rewatch the movie with that in
Yeah.
mind because it will stick out. It's so blatantly obvious. I want to see the uncut movie with all the psychic scenes
Yeah.
included.
Yeah.
If they shot them. I don't know that they shot all of them,
Mhm.
but you can see they definitely shot some of them because they left some of it in the movie.
Yeah.
But then, because in the third act of this movie, it kind of starts to turn into a comedy in a little bit because with um with Dr. Hill's body sneaking into the morgue with the plastic head on, and
Yes.
the security guard is like, "Is that you?"
Yeah.
And and you hear him say yes from the fucking bag.
Yeah.
He's like,
He was like, okay.
yeah, the security guard's like, "Okay, sounds good to me."
I want to go this way. I want to go get something to eat.
Yeah.
Walk up when you're done.
What fucking shit is that? He's looking at he's not even trying to hide that he's looking at the boudoir magazine.
Yeah, boudoir. Oh.
So we didn't really talk about the Hall's body, putting his head in a pan and putting it on the pin. We kind of talked about it, but in when they get to the morgue, when the body gets to the morgue and he puts the head in a new pan,
Yeah.
This time he doesn't. He kind they it stands up on its own, right?
Well, that ticket punch is
There you
still up
go.
in his head.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that ticket spike is still in
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
So he's
Thanks,
forever.
Herbie.
Yep. Thanks, Herbie. The- but he sends when does oh yeah he hypnotizes when he was talking to Halsey. What he was doing was hypnotizing him, his corpse, and telling it to go get Megan and bring her to the morgue.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point is when that is happening, when her dad is getting her and taking her to Dr. Hill.
Papa's in the house.
Yep. Papa's in
Stupid as fuck.
But I was wondering, like, this scene where they have okay she's this is the scene that it probably screwed up a lot of us kids, but but I was wondering because they have Megan tied to the table, right?
Yeah.
And they rip all her clothes off, which as a kid you're like, fuck yes.
They're just trying to save her life.
But yeah, they're trying to save her. But I was wondering if you know what a cuckold is? Like someone that likes to watch their significant other get fucked by somebody else.
Yeah.
Let's say Dr. Hill sets his head on a counter in the corner of the room and watches his body have sex with Megan.
Who's to say
Does that make him a cuckold if it's his body?
Probably half, maybe 0.5, or it'd be like a percentage.
It's a point.
It's a point system.
He's like, I mean,
I'm 0.78%, or whatever.
Or another situation, like what if a different body was holding his head up against her and his body was in the corner masturbating?
Would he be completing like Eiffel Tower by himself at that point?
I'm just curious the ethics on this. I know it's unethical.
I think ethics are out of the door at this point.
But is Dr. Hill cuckolding himself?
Yeah, that's
in that situation.
Yeah.
If his head was sitting on the counter in the corner and his body was having sex with Megan.
He's definitely completing a circuit.
I think he might be shorting that circuit.
Yeah. It depends on which angle you're looking at it from, though, I guess.
But, I guess I skipped over.
He's fucking Bluetoothed his fucking.
And I'd have to look this up, but I believe that is it David Gale? Is that the actor's name? His I believe that his wife and him kinda got split up because of this.
Oh, this shit.
Yeah.
Ew.
Now they kind of
Gossip.
mention that. They kind of mention that in the commentary for this movie. I wonder if it's true or if they were just joking about it. But I mean, the guy's dead, so I don't think they would joke about that. I don't know. It's just crazy that there's because it's got to be hard to any kind of movie star to watch your wife or husband getting fucked by somebody else in any way under any circumstance in a movie,
even if he is just ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he licks her nipple.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's not completely.
He's in there going ah.
Lola.
Ah! He's fucking motorboating her.
If he held his face down to her crotch and he started going, do you like this?
What if he was down there doing fake chow?
What if she do the tapped him on the back of the head? That's enough. You think he would still be emasculated? I'm not good at giving head, and that's all I am is a head.
Yeah.
What more do I have to give?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yes, my love. I must say, Dr. Hill, I'm very disappointed in you. You steal the secret of life and death, and here you are trysting with the bubble-headed co-ed. You're not even a second-rate scientist.
And, this is also yet another scene that if you know that there was a hypnotism subplot, because he's having his body do lobotomies on every corpse in the room. And you're like, what the fuck is the plan here, right?
Right.
But
we're about to find out.
Yep, we're about to find out. Well, you know what it is? Total mastery of the human will.
Man, one thing about Dr. Hill when he's in the pan, and he's getting all dehydrated. And the body
he should have did a song, I'm the Pan Man.
Yeah, I'm the Pan Man. But that scene's so gnarly because you can feel how dehydrated that fucking melon is. When he fucking pours the Gatorade in there and makes him get him back up to the car. Not the Gatorade.
And he's like, ooh. He squirts some blood in the pan and he goes, oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
He's like, squirt some on my face, please. Oh. He does seem like he does make it slightly erotic.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, whoa. Imagine.
His head fills back up.
He's like, whoa. Ooh, blood in the pan.
Oh my god. All right.
Oh man. But he like you know, he fucking basically is like Magneto in this movie
Mhm.
for dead people.
Yeah.
But all the fucking extras in this scene are butt naked.
Yeah.
There's penises for days. That's even. We got to see Barbara Crampton's boobs for half this movie. Well, here you go, ladies. There's some homeless guys' penises. We're even now.
Yeah.
Some skinny bald man's wiener. You're welcome.
Thank you. Good night.
Yep, thank you. Good night. Don't complain. You saw a dick. I love that so Dr. Hill, this is also another thing where when Megan is crying to her father, he kind of there's a moment where you see he finally breaks the spell that he's under.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're not sure at this point, like, okay, so how effective is the serum? Because they're also hypnotized, and it appears that the serum works great because Dr. Hill is completely aware.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
He's the one that's not hypnotized.
Everybody else was lobotomized though too. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So at this point we have no clue how effective the serum is, because
Yeah.
it seems like it works on somebody who's not hypnotized
Yeah. But his
or
brain's just too.
lobotomized.
His brain's just so powerful. I mean, the size of it alone is probably why he's able to do what he's doing.
This is just off topic completely, but let's say here's a question for anyone listening to this, and you, Kevin. So here's a question: if in a movie or real life, if this stuff was possible, let's say Megan died, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Dr. Hill wanted to have sex with her, could he get consent by using a Ouija board? Would that hold up in the court of law?
That's introducing a whole other thing into this, but
he could film it like, look, it's moving to yes. I'm not moving it. It's moving on its own.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby would be like, I'm getting a fucking Ouija board. Are you kidding me?
That's it?
Look, it's moving to yes. Stupid.
Stupid. Oh my god.
What are you, stupid? That's what all these necrophiliacs need. Just make sure you get consent. Use a Ouija board. Yep.
Yep.
See what it says right there?
It says yep.
Yep. Yeah, it says yep and nope. And then for Ohio, somewhere in the middle, it says oh.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh my god.
But anyway, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Send your answers to deadnotespodcast@gmail.com. Does that count as consent or does it not? Pretty sure it doesn't.
Yeah.
But
We'll see. Life is crazy right now. You never know.
Yeah, and so she gets control. She breaks her dad, Dean Halsey, out of Dr. Hill's spell.
Mhm.
So he starts fucking just wrecking the place. He grabs fucking Dr. Hill's head, starts squeezing
Fucking
it, like
smashes the fuck out of
Jason
it.
Voorhees. He's smushing it.
Throws it up against the wall.
Yep.
And
We
again,
got another fucking wall goop.
yeah, that's fucking sweet.
Third time we got wall festoon.
Yeah,
Some gore festooning from the wall.
gore festooning.
Band name.
Yeah, gore festoon.
But who is it that is it it's Dr. Hill's body that there's just these two giant syringes full of the serum lying around that Herbert injects into Dr. Hill's body.
Yeah,
right?
He like double injects him.
Hey, give me power. I've dreamed of power.
And then we basically get the ending of Dead Alive.
Yeah.
With the tentacles and shit.
See, I think it was his intestines that like popped out and were attacking him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But they're fucking thick.
Yeah, they're swole.
They thick, man.
Dr. Hill must have been had a pretty deep opiate addiction. It's just constipation. It's backed up.
Yeah, it's full of bananas and peanut butter.
He's all impacted.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. that fucking intestine wraps around him. He's like, ew.
He just goes, yuck.
Yeah, yuck. Ew, don't cut it.
What the hell? I forget what kills Herbert. Why does Herbert get killed? Does he get because Herbert gets killed by the tentacles, but he gives Dan his notes, right? That's kind of the Frankenhooker ending.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Where he passes his notes on to somebody who would have no fucking idea what to do with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Still a student.
Yeah, still a student. But I suppose, because the movie is like bookended with Dan trying to save someone's life. Because when he gets Megan out of the morgue and they run for the elevator, they're at the last fucking. They're in the fucking elevator, and that thing with one hand like chokes her to death.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. Well, yeah. He took he cut the arm off or whatever. But when the thing cut the arm off, but it was still choking her the entire time.
And he runs down the hall to get the fucking axe.
Yeah.
But it's too late.
Yeah.
Which
yeah, he's leaving her there getting choked out by this motherfucker. And he's like, I'll be right back.
Well, it's like she was unconscious for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
If he couldn't save her, he's a shit doctor.
Yeah.
But it's bookended with him doing chest compressions on a lady.
Again, saving her life.
Yep. They were like, upgrade.
And that whole fucking gaggle of fucking now meth addicts is stealing all the copper out of the hospital.
Yep. Well, Stuart Gordon's wife is here again, wagging her finger.
Yep.
She's like, let that bitch die. I know she's got way better titties than the girl at the beginning. But
you just gotta
let her go, man.
Yeah.
Huh?
You gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go. And I fucking love how I love how they end the movie. It kind of other than the pause, because it pauses on him when he goes to inject her with the serum.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. Should have faded to black first and not paused, but it pauses, then fades to black, and all you see is the serum.
I always
And
like
you
that
see
scene
it.
too.
Yeah, it's fucking great. You see him injected into her, and then the movie ends with her screaming.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yep.
Love it. It may be corny, but I love
It's
it.
awesome. Not a happy ending.
Not a happy ending.
No resolution.
And
Saving lives.
And we saving lives. Yep. Still saved your life. Still saved your life. May not be much of a life,
but it's saved nonetheless.
But that's the end of Re-Animator. I highly recommend this to anyone who hasn't seen it, because holy fuck, this movie fucking rules.
Yeah. It still holds up.
And apparently it's on YouTube.
Yeah, apparently. Bride's everywhere right now. Bride of Re-Animator is on everywhere right now, which I highly suggest. And I know we'll end up covering that at a later time, but that movie is incredible.
Yeah, Bride, in my opinion, Bride of Re-Animator is definitely worth it, but I don't recommend any of the other ones.
Yeah.
Even beyond Re-Animator, it's not worth it.
If you want, like, I feel like Beyond was made for the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, to kind of give them something before that was like a thing. You know?
I think they were trying to appeal to fans, but I don't think it was for them. I think they were trying to get views based on the name. And because
when that came out, though, shit was still it's just when that came out, it was I think it was at the very beginning of like the rebirth of a lot of this shit anyway.
If you're sitting around with nothing to watch and you're like, you know what, I want to see something with Jeffrey Combs in it.
Yeah.
Just watch Castle Freak.
Yeah, Castle Freak, absolutely.
Don't watch
or Frighteners, because Jeffrey Combs is fucking incredible in Frighteners, which I know
my body is a roadmap of pain.
he is so every time the girls like yelling, it freaks him out. He's like hiding behind the fucking corner.
I fucking love that shit in Frighteners when he takes his shirt off in the cemetery. And he's all scarred up and shit.
He's got that hemorrhoid donut he's got to sit on in his chair. His car.
Yeah, Jeffrey Combs is super underrated. He's been in great movies. He's a great fucking character
He's
actor.
an incredibly nice guy as well. I met him at a Horror Hound one year, and he was awesome. Like he didn't try to rush you.
One of those.
He just talked to you. You know what I'm saying? He's just super down to earth, super nice dude.
He's one of those guys that, like, I think if you know who Bruce Campbell is, you should also know who Jeffrey Combs is. Because if you don't, look into him, because he's just as important. There's so many movies that he's been in that are just fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. And Barbara Crampton too.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara Crampton is fucking awesome. She's in From Beyond. We already did Chopping Mall with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's one of those scream queens that doesn't really get mentioned too often because she doesn't look like a scream queen, but she's been in great movies.
Mm-hmm.
And she's always good in them.
Yep.
I highly recommend looking up any movie with either of those people in them.
And it'll be a good time.
Great. Yep. Yes. But we are happy to be back.
Absolutely.
This is us being trying to knock some of the rust off. We had some stuff going on, but it's done now, so hopefully we can keep doing this because it's a lot of fun for me, and I'm
Yeah,
sure Kevin
absolutely.
has fun also. But
This is a good,
we'll
a
be
really
doing-
good episode to start back out on too. I think so.
Yeah, because we injected some luminol right in our fucking pee holes.
That's right. That's right. That was a rough night.
Reanimated the shit out of this.
Hey, what if that serum was just MRSA? The whole time.
It was what would it look like if
Because
they
everybody that
reanimated?
they inject with it ends up looking like they're riddled in MRSA.
everybody they inject in it looks like they're from Circleville, Ohio reference. Yeah.
Or the bottoms. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Or some of the hilltop.
we hope everybody tells their friends, listen to this shit because we have fun doing it.
We've got a whole
And if
good
you
list
have
of stuff too coming up.
Yep. And if you got suggestions or questions or comments, or you just want to call Alan or Kevin dickheads, deadnotespodcast@gmail.com.
Send us pictures of
So
your
until
cats
next time,
and your dogs.
yep, and Kevin pictures of your cats.
Yes.
But until next time, I'm Alan.
I'm Kevin.
Bye.